Hey, this is Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter, and doing a series of bonefish fly videos for some guys that are going on a bone fishing trip to the Bahamas with me in a few weeks, and thought I would share these videos with them and with you. We're going to tie a small bonefish crab pattern today, kind of a Merkin style crab, a little Gamakatsu SL45. You can also use a 811S Tiemco, Daiichi 2546, 34007 Mustad. Lots of options. Put a little bit of Zap-A-Gap on the hook shank just to help my thread adhere to these slippery hook shanks. And I've got some small lead eyes here, just a short distance behind the eye of the hook. I'm going to attach those eyes with some figure 8 wraps. Center that a little bit better over the hook. There we go. Tie these with bead chain as well. Now, get some good thread wraps on there. Go underneath each eye. And then advance our thread to the back of the hook. I'm using a tan thread here of a sandy bottom fly. Put some extra Zap-A-Gap to keep those eyes from moving around on me. And the back of the hook, tie in. You can use lots of things. This will be kind of our claws here. Do some grizzly hackle tips. Two on each side. What I want to do is take at the curve of the feather like this. Got two stacked on top of each other. I'll take another two that are stacked on top of each other and then flip them so they're opposing and they want to kind of splay away from each other. So I got 4 hackle fibers there, or 4 feathers, and they're 2 on each side and then splayed away from one another. We'll tie those in so that they're splayed off the back of the hook. So I've got my hackle tips so they're splayed, 2 on each side. Tie them in here, kind of get these bundled together so that splay stays. Peel back the feather fiber so that I got a tie-in point. Hopefully when you're done you get them to stay together. There we go. It's a decent enough job. I got a little finger injury I'm working around on my left hand, so that's as close as they're going to get. Trim off the excess. Go ahead and wind over those. Now, for the body of this, you can use lots of different fibers. You can do little bundles of EP fibers or Antron yarn, or you can do rug yarn. Rug yarn works pretty well. I'll do some tan rug yarn. And you're just going to take each bundle on the top of the hook. You're going to figure 8 it to the hook shank. And when you're done, go ahead and tie in another bundle right in front of the other bundle. Advance your thread again. Just going to fill the hook shank up. Those little bundles. A small fly like this, you're not going to get tons and tons of them in. Looks like I might get 4 in before I hit the eyes. Tie in this last bundle right in front of the lead eyes. There we go. And then advance in front of the eyes. Do whip finish. I'm going to do a couple of series of whip finishes here. One last little 3 bundle. Now it's 4 turn whip finish, I guess. There we go. Trim off my thread. So now we got our claws at the front and all that yarn. And we can trim our yarn into a little round crab body. And just take, kind of trim starting at that eye. Trim a little rounded body there. Same thing on the near side here. And that is the basic fly. You can leave it just like that. If you want to put some legs on there, you sure can. What you're going to do is take some round rubber legs. On the smaller flies, you'll just do 2 sets. You get 2 strands of round rubber leg material. Here I'm using kind of a natural cream. And I'm going to kind of weave it in between a bundle of those. Those bundles are red. You can kind of still see the individual clumps of yarn. Once I've got it woven in between there, do an overhand knot. Actually, I want that knot on the bottom. There we go. I just tied that on with an overhand knot. And then I'll go the next bundle over, do an overhand knot. Oops, get my hands out of the way here. Do an overhand knot in the rubber leg material. Flip that knot kind of to the bottom. Work that knot so it's nice and tight. Check that you didn't grab too much material underneath. There we go. Have your legs kind of coming out the sides of the crab. And trim those off, and they'll need to hang a long ways off the side, maybe a ½ inch outside of the body of the crab. Like so. And then what I've been doing, just make sure this fly stays in good shape, is take a little UV cure resin, work that over those thread wraps in the head of your fly. Hit that with your UV lamp. I'm using the Loon fly finish here. You can use the CCG. I've used CCG and had great luck, but I wanted to try the Loon and just see how it worked. So you basically fish that fly just like that. If you want to add some barring to your legs, you can either use pre-barred rubber legs, or once the fly's finished, pull on one of those rubber legs, take a marker, after it's stretched out, add a couple of bars to it, just with a marking pen. You can see I added some brown bars to the legs. Might as well just do that to all sides. There we go. And there you have a bonefish crab, kind of a small mini Merkin. I'm Hans from Dakota Angler and Outfitter. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.